Well, I'm a bit uncomfortable. I'm not used to being in churches. I'm happier in pubs, parties, or nightclubs. So here goes. You have to bear with me. I get a bit nervous. I suppose it's good to be nailed down to sort of give you testimony. So I'm used to being asked questions about why I'm a Christian, and I sort of work that way. But so this is very new to me. So here we go. My first memories of being a kid, I've got an older brother. There's four of us. I'm the second. I've got an older brother, and he was always good at whatever he did. He was good at it. He was bright. He could do blah blah this, and I was always being compared. Why can't you be like your brother? Your brother could do this. Why can't you behave like your brother? And blah blah all the while. I said, well, my name's Andrew. It's not Paul. And shut up and get on with it. So I wasn't a very happy. I was okay, but so I wasn't a very happy child, and so life went on. I got expelled about. I think I was 14 when I got expelled from school, and we spent a lot of time then sort of drinking down the subways with me and my mates. And then I started, at 14 I was working on the building sites, so I brought some money in, paid for the drink. And then I got called back into school for my, what do they call it, careers advice. So I got in there, knocked on the door, says come in, so I came in and he goes, you Andrew are going to prison, get out. That was my careers advice. So that didn't boost my ego or my confidence very much. But I wasn't too concerned because all I ever wanted to do was join the army. I wanted to go in either the parachute regiment or join one of the guards regiments and be a colour sergeant. So on my 16th birthday, down to the careers office, and it says, sorry, because you're 16, you need your parents' consent, so they'll have to sign the paper. So I went and asked my mum and dad, and because of the situation in Ireland, mid-70s, sort of, mid-70s, they said no, because we're afraid you get shot. So that blew that one out of the water. And all my mates had sort of started to get into bikes and stuff, so they said, oh, you know, why don't you come and hang around with us? So I was okay, so I went and sort of got into bikes and enjoyed it, bought myself a bike, sort of got into drugs, which I thoroughly enjoyed, because I think I was never satisfied with life. I tried to think of an angle to come at this from, because there's so many different sort of things that have happened, and so many questions you have before you're a Christian, and I think I was just, life didn't satisfy. So speed, coke did for a bit, but there was something missing. There was something missing in life, and I couldn't put my finger on it. I've always believed there's a God, or some form or another, or I mean, what he's got to do with me, and I don't know. It just didn't seem relevant. But I always thought there is such a thing as a God. So anyway, life trundles on. Got more and more into bikes, bike clubs and stuff like that, and I built custom bikes. Carried on that way. I never know whether to sort of, I mean, obviously, like, there's a lot of violence involved with some of the bike scene, depending which way you go, right? You know, the Harleys and the customs, which is the bit that attracted me. It can be quite a violent word. I kept for a bit. I had a sawn-off shotgun under my bed, and got a samurai. I still got that, and a few knives. Not for protection anymore, to be honest. It's just because it's so old. I think it's mid 15th century, something like that. So it's quite an old piece of kit, and a few knives just scattered about, just in case things went pear-shaped. And one day it did. We're up at well, I'll keep this. We're just at this pub, and there's a group of bikers in there. We turned up, and they took exception to us. So we had a bit of a tiff. I got stabbed a few times. Ended up in hospital, Queen's Medical Centre, and I suppose I had a couple of bad nights, but I remember one night, I think I died, but I can't prove it, but I had an out-of-body experience, and I mean, hospitals fascinate me. My brother-in-law can't stand them because he had to go in there when he was young, and he just does not like going to hospital, but they fascinate me, they really do. And all I can remember seeing was doctors and nurses running in and out to my body, like, and doing things to it, and I thought, fascinated, and I didn't realise that I was up here, and my body was here, and I thought, oh, this is really great, and I thought, hey, that's me there. And then just at that moment, out the corner of my eye, I just saw this, just a black shape, like a silhouette with these little flames all the way around the edge, and they touched my body on the bed, and I just went, like, just went like that, back into it. And I've never felt so at peace and so calm. I thought, oh, this is beautiful, this is better than any chemical I've taken. It's such a wonderful sensation. Anyway, life goes on, I got better, carried on. Obviously that calmed me down a bit. It started the cogs going, I think, thinking about God, but I didn't know anything about it. I got married, well, yeah, we got married to my wife, married 26 years now, and we went to Sapcote. We got married at Sapcote, that's right. And the vicar there, and he's, I don't know what to call him in the Church of England, he's sidekick, his henchman. They had these really shiny eyes, and they just sort of, just the way they went about life, they were just so at peace and so calm. I thought, what is it they've got? That's what I want in life, that's what I'm searching for. Whatever, I can't put a label on it, I don't understand, but that's what I want. Anyway, we got married, life carrying on like this, and my mum and dad became Christians. They invited us to go to this at the Brethren Church. They invited us to go to a meeting on a Monday night for people who were interested in Christianity or young Christians. So there's quite a mix of people there, and they invited us to come along. So I said, oh yeah, we'll come along. Thinking full well on the Monday night we're down the pub. But I suppose it's God, we didn't get down the pub for some reason, something happened. So I thought, well, we said we'd go, so we'd go. So we went to this meeting, and I really enjoyed it. And over the weeks, I couldn't wait. It was the high point of my week, Monday night, to get to this meeting, although I wasn't a Christian. I mean, I always thought I was a Christian, because you know them big bird baths they have at the front of churches, and they sort of splash with water when you're a nipper. I always thought that, you know, that makes you a Christian. You know, job done, that's my meal ticket. But we went to more and more of these meetings at the Brethren Church. They never put any pressure on us, but they didn't beat around the bush, they told the truth. I suppose it's the Holy Spirit working in us, that we gradually realised that we needed to make a commitment, that we've got to make a step. We've got to say yes to God. You know, it's not just automatic. We've got to say, you know, yes, we have done wrong in your eyes. Yes, we have gone our own way. We need to sort of say to God, now, will you forgive us? Which through Jesus, we can have that forgiveness. We need to make that step. We've got to make a conscious decision. So we did that, and I thought, nothing happened. I thought, you know, flashing lights or something's going to crack on. But nothing happened. So anyway, we carried on. The next morning I got up and I was just so on fire. It was just fantastic. I was just awesome. It's like, we struggle to describe it. Like the world. I mean, I've always been interested in nature, wildlife, stuff like that. But it's just like everything had gone like HD. Everything was just so bright, and just everything was just so much better. Just trees, hedges, grass. It was just fantastic. So we moved around a few churches over the years. We settled at Holy Trinity, where I am now. Got involved there with various things, and then I seemed to get to a point in my Christianity where I didn't get any answers from God. You know, I couldn't move on. I don't know why, but things didn't seem to happen right, and I don't know. So I thought, I'd stuff this. So I just left the church, walked away from it, went back to the bikes, back into drugs, and this bike club. And I think it was about 2-3 years later, I was lying in the tent, just coming down. I love speed. Used to love speed. But I used to have terrible come downs off speed, and I was lying in my tent this morning thinking, oh, I'm in such a mess. I thought, what the hell are you doing here, Andy? You know where the truth is. Get your act together. So I lay in my sleeping bag, and I said to God in this tent somewhere up Yorkshire, I think it was, I said to God, Lord, if you'll have me back, I'll come back. No holds barred. Whatever you say, I will do. And so I came back to church. Whereas before, I found it really, like, I was just buzzing with God, just so amazed. He really sort of made me work for it, like to prove, you know, put your money where your mouth is, Andy. If you mean this, let's crack on, let's be serious. So I found it really hard, but I thought, no, I'm going to stick with it, because nothing else works, nothing else satisfies. And I'm happy to say that it's a lot easier now. I've got back involved, like we were just talking earlier, in Triangle, which is helping with the, well, we get all sorts in there, hostels, prostitutes, homeless, druggies, all sorts. And I get I think we get more out of it than they do, to be honest. And I feel that's sort of bring me up to date now. I think I'm at a point in my Christianity where I'm just turning a page. I'm in a bit of a strange situation. I don't know. I've got to trust it to God. I don't know quite where God's going to take me next. I've got involved, because I'm into bikes, I've got involved back in the bike scene. I'm in a Christian club called God Squad, and a very good crowd they are. They're really, they're really tight, really open group. Some real characters in there, I can tell you. Some real, but then, yeah, that's another story. So, that's where I am in my Christianity. I don't think what to say to encourage it. If you're not a Christian, I really would recommend it. But no, honestly, you've got to work it out yourself. But in the end, I think Jesus is the answer. He really does sort your head. And he's the only thing that's really, really satisfied me. Thanks.